Sadly, at the beginning of this year, we lost a creative great, David Lynch, one of my favorite directors, the creator of the show Twin Peaks that I am obsessed with, given proof here, and here. In the past few months, I've had a couple friends send me a link to an auction site where they are auctioning off David Lynch's personal collection, which includes vintage t-shirts and memorabilia from his life and all of his works. This is a crazy once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for any collector like myself that might want to get their hands on anything personal that actually belonged to the man himself. And being a vintage t-shirt expert and full-time seller, that is what I do for a living. I sell vintage t-shirts. I have a giant vintage clothing collection worth probably over $50,000. I am going to go onto this website and actually look at some of the collectibles for sale. I know there are a couple of shirts. We're going to look at the shirts, see if I've seen them before, see if I can evaluate them. There's a lot of bids on this stuff already. Some of the bids are absolutely insane. I assume some of the prices are so high because they were actually personally owned by David Lynch, but I'm going to see if there's anything that I might actually be interested in purchasing on the website. Just kind of look through some of his items that are for sale. It's a crazy once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, like I said, to get something from the man himself, from his personal collection, especially vintage items that were used in promotion, from his personal directing days. Like, there's props and crazy things like that on the website. So let's take a look at it. All right, so here we are on the actual website. I have looked a little bit at this, but I was like, no, I need to actually explore this for a YouTube video. This is the first time I'm going to be seeing a lot of these items. This is on juliansauctions.com. By the time this video goes out, you still will be able to look at a lot of these. The date of the actual auction is June 18th at 10 a.m. I'm not sure if everything on the website is like a pre-bid and then this is going to be like a live event. I'm not entirely sure. If I can figure it out, I'll let you guys know in the video. I mainly just wanted to look at some of the items for sale. There are 441 things on this website. Some of the highlights are his director chair. The current bid is $30,000 for his personal director chair. Absolutely wild. They have estimates for every auction, it seems like. This is something that someone sent me, one of my personal friends sent me, and they were like, dude, you need this as the backdrop for all of your Depop pictures, just your home office, your bedroom, whatever. It is actually the red curtain and the zigzag pattern like carpet, which is absolutely insane. So I'm going to get into looking at some of these pieces. I'm going to highlight a lot of the t-shirts, which I think there are some t-shirts, but let's just look through some of these things. I guess let's just start it off with his director chair. So if you click on it here, we have multiple pictures. Let's see if I can zoom in. Yeah, so we have his director chair. You can see there's some wear on it and everything. This is the man's legacy right here. He sat on this chair directing, you know, Twin Peaks, his shows, his movies. Just absolutely wild to see this. It's actually Coach leather too. You can see in there, we got the Coach embossing. We have the branding right there. And like I said, this is at $30,000. The reserve has been met. So there's a reserve on, I'm not sure if it's all of these items or not, but this started at $1,500 and it is up to $30,000. And then, like I said, I imagine some of these will go live. Yeah, live June 18th. So maybe I'll do a separate video where I actually watch it live. If this video gets enough traction, if you guys like this video, make sure to drop a like on it. Just let me know if I should do a live reaction. Like, especially if this is streamed live, I will definitely watch it, and we'll see what some of these incredible, like, one-of-one items go for. But this is absolutely insane. All of them have a little bit of a description with them. A director chair personalized for the filmmaker David Lynch, comprised of varnished wood frame with a red leather seat and chair back from the estate of David Lynch. It would be really cool if they gave a little bit more info of like what he was using this to direct, like if this was for Twin Peaks and things like that. This is the first item we will be looking at. I do really want to look at this. This is absolutely insane. You got the zigzag pattern. You have the red little curtain right there. This is the Twin Peaks Black Lodge style red curtain and zigzag rug. Wow. And this is at $17,000. Starting bid $250. David Lynch's personally owned red curtain and black and white zigzag rug in the style of the Black Lodge from Twin Peaks. Usages for this specific curtain and rug are unknown, but Lynch also had pieces such as this for decorative purposes around his house, including his personal music sound recording studio. We're not sure if this is one directly from the show, but it was in David Lynch's house and he used it as a backdrop, potentially for other content or just in his recording room, which is just absolutely wonderful. You know, if I had an extra like 20, 30 grand lying around, I would definitely buy this. This would be absolutely crazy just to have in a room in your house. Like, I want to meet the people that are buying these things too. Like, I genuinely want to meet these people. These seem like people that are in love with his works as much as I am, which is just an awesome, awesome thing. Let's keep looking. Let's see if we can find any clothing or anything else that stands out to me. Wow, personal 35mm print of his groundbreaking debut feature film Eraserhead. $27,000. This is insane. This is like, I can't think of anything else I've heard of this being done. I mean, I'm sure people's estates have been auctioned off before, but like by such a high profile and beloved like person within like the cinema scene. I mean, you can even buy his home espresso maker, you know. What is this? Is this a 5-necked guitar? Danny Farrington custom 5-neck console guitar designed and studio played by David Lynch. What? He played this? Although David was an acclaimed director, he was also passionate about music. He released numerous collaborative and soundtrack albums and released his solo debut, Crazy Clown Time, in 2011, as well as the follow-up hit, The Big Dream, in 2013. David played guitar on a number of tracks, often approaching an instrument in a non-orthodox manner. I taught myself and I play upside down and backwards like a lap guitar, David told Sam Molinex in 2001, interviewed in Boss Users Group magazine. I'm interested in making the guitar talk. It's somewhat musical, but then again, it's not. Wow, this is a very, very unique item. How does someone even play this? Wow, his coffee mugs. Wow, the log lady with the owl on the side. Mug was created by Christy Ball, a potter and artist from Edmonton, Alberta, who personally sent this mug to Lynch for him to enjoy. Wow, and it looks like it's definitely been used, as you guys can see on the bottom of it. These pieces are just absolutely incredible. I hope you guys are enjoying, you know, looking at these pieces. This is just such a fun treat. We have some, looks like Twin Peaks Festival mugs right here. Damn Good Coffee and Hot. We have the Twin Peaks Festival mugs right there. $1,000 bid. The taxidermy deer heads. Mr. Coffee, his personal coffee maker right there, it looks like. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't say it was used by him, but if it's from his estate, I imagine he brewed plenty of cups of coffee in those. Wow, unfinished film screenplays. Ronnie Rocket and The Dream of Bovine. These have to be like available online. If not, people are coming upon his like personal unfinished screenplays. That's absolutely wild. We have a lot of directing equipment. We have some cameras and things like that. Some lighting. We have a fog machine going for $2,000. It seems like everything is just very, very bid up, which is fine. I didn't think I'd actually be able to get like any deals or anything that I would like be able to actually afford, but it is cool to look at. We have a bunch of books that were in his personal collection, some more cameras. I'm trying to get to the t-shirts. I don't want to rush everything, but I'm a t-shirt person and I feel like most of my audience is going to want to see actual wearable things, so we will see if there's any t-shirts. No way, he has a Lost River soundtrack. This is Ryan Gosling's, I think, only directorial debut. He directed, I think, and wrote this movie, Lost River. It's very, very much a visual piece. I need to re-watch it. It is visually very beautiful, but I felt like the plot kind of wasn't there, but it is very, you can tell it's very Lynch inspired, so that's crazy he has that in his personal collection. That is a kind of a deep cut. I feel like people don't really know about that movie. That is a Ryan Gosling directed. I don't know if he wrote it, but he's definitely a producer on it, but he directed this movie. Oh, okay, our first clothing item. We have a Twin Peaks denim shirt. The 90 to 91. Wow, with the LL Bean. Yup, look at, we got the Twin Peaks 9091, fully embroidered right there. The LL Bean, look at this, is like the flannel lined, made in USA, LL Bean, like denim button-up shirt. Wow, I wonder if this was like for the crew or something. Let's see. A flannel lined denim LL Bean shirt, size men's medium, gifted to the crew of Twin Peaks, featuring the words Twin Peaks 90 embroidered in red and white alongside the white embroidered coffee cup. So there is a clothing category right here. Wow, $4,500 for this. You guys think I'm crazy when I'm posting that I'm buying an anime shirt for a couple $100. People are spending $5,000 for a button-up shirt that David Lynch owned. I understand. I'm not hating or anything. I'm just trying to say, like, collectibles have such a variation in price and value depending upon collector, what they value it at, personal meaning to them, you know? So this is just right up my alley to look at. What are these socks for Bobby? What? Bobby socks. What are these? A large collection of assorted socks affixed via safety pins to hangers. The collection contains a costume tag and handwriting in black marker that reads Bobby Socks. Presumably these are socks either worn or were considered to be worn by Dana Ashbrook as he reprised his role as Bobby Briggs in Twin Peaks The Return. Bobby socks. We got Bobby socks right there. That is crazy. $1,000 for some socks. We have some hats right here. David Lynch baseball hats. Let's see what these these are. Just his signature right there. They do look vintage though. This is like a vintage style right here. Do we have some pictures of the tag? No pictures of the insides. Group of 13 David Lynch baseball hats from Lynch's home. $2,000. Wow. Estimate at 100 to 200. We are well above that. That is absolutely wild. So we have some more hats. We have some shoes, some neckties, some of his canes. Wow. That's amazing to see. So some of his cane collection. Wow. I am just truly geeking out over all this stuff. We have a flannel right there. What is this? We have some ties and a flannel and a worn out bag. This is his father's outdoor related gear. A collection of outdoor related items from David Lynch's father, including a U.S. Forest Service rucksack and Forest Service journal with copious notes regarding photographs taken in Spokane, Washington. Wow. That is absolutely wild. Owned by David Lynch's father. Wow. That is amazing, dude. We just keep finding some crazy stuff, and here we go. Oh my God, wait, is this for a lot of all of these shirts? These are 2000s. Okay, this is a 90s one. I have this same exact shirt, David Lynch, on the David Lynch tag, which is what's so cool about it. Yeah, I can zoom in a little bit. This is a David Lynch tag, and I have this exact Eraserhead shirt. We have the Inland Empire right there. So these ones are like early 2000s. This one's like a 90s one, and then these ones look more modern. Just to go off values, I mean, this is for sure like a couple $100 around there. This Eraserhead's like over 100, like 150, 200. Not sure about this one, the hotel room. What other pictures do we got here? Yeah, so David Lynch, size large. The tag is so sick. These ones are interesting. I've never seen that tag before. Airy tag, the Paris tag. So let's look at these. Collections of t-shirts relating to various films and television projects by David Lynch include shirts for Eraserhead size XL, Eraserhead size large. So we have all the shirts. Wild at Heart, Inland Empire, Dumbland, Mulholland Drive, Lost Highway. Shirts for, wow. So yeah, some of these are vintage. Some of them don't look vintage, but 2,500. I mean, if we're just going off value of these first couple tees, this is like minimum 500 or so bucks. So if you want a couple other shirts thrown in there, personally owned by the man himself, 2,500 as a vintage collector, as someone that sells vintage full-time, that's not like insane to me. I could see this going for more than what it's currently like listed at. I don't think this is like a horrible deal in standpoint of like just buying it for your personal collection. You know, I don't think that's absolutely insane. If this was at like $1,000 right now, I would actually probably consider like bidding on this. Like $1,000 would not be bad. It started at 50. The estimate is 200 to 300, you know, but 2,500, that's actually not that bad. I mean, it is a lot of money, but for what it is, owned by him, not that bad. Let's see if we can find any other shirts. I think when I was browsing before, that's the only shirts I saw, but let's see if we can find any more clothing. David Lynch Art Show Archive. This looks like it has some shirts. So this is Love, David Lynch. So these, I'm not sure if they're vintage or not. Probably not, but wow. So this is like memorabilia from like an art show he had, or multiple art shows. And yeah, there does look like there are some t-shirts in here, which is really cool. Not entirely sure on value of those. 1,000 nudes. My man David Lynch was getting down. Okay, more memorabilia for Inland Empire, and I believe this is a shirt. Yep, another Inland Empire shirt. $4,500 for that one. A lot of furniture as well. He had a lot of awesome furniture in his house. This mid-century modern armchair. Now we're getting into like the kitchenware and stuff, and I think we're actually at the end. So out of the entire David Lynch estate, yeah, this is number 447. So I think that is the end of the auctions. Out of the entire David Lynch estate, there is a couple auctioned with some vintage clothing. So yeah, this is the one with mainly the vintage clothing. It doesn't look like he has a lot of other like vintage clothing that was in his estate or for sale right now. I just did really want to explore this like as a vintage collector, as someone that loves secondhand things, loves the thrill of finding things. It's just absolutely insane that we have not only eyes into the man's personal collection and belongings, but the chance to potentially purchase something. So if by chance there's anyone here that is planning on purchasing something, maybe bidding on something, a huge Lynch fan, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know if you like this style of video. I haven't really done a video like this before, but as I said, as like a person that just loves vintage and loves secondhand stuff, one of my favorite directors, you know, passed at the beginning of this year, unfortunately. When some of my friends told me, hey, they're auctioning his estate, you should check it out, I thought, why not make a YouTube video out of it? So thank you so much for watching. If you did, my name is Jackson with Loveless Vintage. If you guys are new here, I am on Instagram. Depop is where I sell all of my vintage clothing full time. Make sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.